Imagine holding in your hand something so small, yet so powerful, that it could completely change your life overnight. A coin so ordinary at first glance, but when you look closer, it carries the weight of history, the shine of rarity, and the value of a hidden treasure chest waiting to be discovered. Welcome back to Hidden US Coins, the channel where every coin we reveal could be the missing key to your fortune. Today, I'm about to take you on a journey through 5 of the most ultra-rare, most valuable Washington quarters ever to surface in the auction market. These are not just coins. These are treasures that carry secrets of America's past, mysteries of minting, and a value so astonishing that it can leave even seasoned collectors in shock. By the end of this video, you will not just see coins, you will see treasures that can make you feel like you are holding a piece of destiny itself. Stay with me, because every second of this video brings us closer to uncovering a masterpiece worth far more than what anyone ever imagined. Let's dive in. First, coin number 1. The year was 1959, a time when America was standing tall in strength, progress, and innovation. Washington quarters had already become a trusted face in everyday transactions, symbolizing the leadership of George Washington himself. Yet within that year's production, something rare and remarkable slipped into circulation. The 1959 D Washington quarter, a coin that today has become one of the most sought-after treasures by serious collectors. Minted in Denver, this coin was struck in the golden era of silver coinage, composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it not just a historical weight, but also a lasting shine that refuses to fade with time. Unlike modern quarters that are nothing more than base metal tokens, these silver quarters carry with them the essence of value that increases as the years pass. But what makes the 1959 with D with its black waves appearance so uniquely breathtaking is its natural toning. This wave-like effect across its surface is not a flaw. It is a badge of honor, a sign of the coin's untouched originality. While many coins were polished, damaged, or circulated to exhaustion, this one in its uncirculated and fine condition survived as a preserved relic of history. Collectors crave coins with originality, with toning that tells a story, and this one speaks volumes. Now, let's step deeper into the rarity. The Denver Mint struck millions of quarters in 1959, but here's the truth. Finding one with the D Mint mark, still uncirculated, and blessed with this striking black wave toning is like finding a diamond in the desert. The survival rate of such coins is minuscule, and as collectors compete to own these scarce survivors, demand skyrockets, pushing the value higher and higher with every passing year. And here comes the moment you have been waiting for: the market value. I am not here to play with numbers or to create fiction. I am here to give you the truth. Today, this very coin, in the exact condition I am describing to you, the 1959 with D Washington quarter with black waves, uncirculated, and preserved in fine glory, holds a staggering market value of $152,000. Yes, you heard me correctly. $152,000. This is not a random number. This is the real, current value in today's auction market. And the reality is, this price is not standing still. It is climbing. Every year, every month, the demand increases, and collectors know this is no ordinary coin. Owning this is like having a big treasure sealed in your pocket, a fortune you can literally hold in your palm. This coin proves that hidden treasures are still out there, waiting for those who believe and those who search. And let me remind you, do not underestimate this. Don't take it lightly. This is truth, not fiction. A Washington quarter like this is a life-changing discovery, a piece of American history wrapped in silver and prestige. Now, let's talk tips for collectors. If you're serious about numismatics, you must understand that coins like this are rarely stumbled upon by chance. You need to build relationships with trusted dealers, stay active in auctions, and always keep your eyes open for coins with strong mint marks, original luster, and unique toning patterns. Toning like the black waves on this coin is not something you can manufacture. It is nature's gift to silver, and when collectors see it, they recognize the authenticity immediately. If you ever come across a 1959 with D quarter in strong condition, guard it, protect it, because time is your friend and its value is only going to rise. And in conclusion, this coin is not just an object of silver. It is a story, a treasure, and a fortune locked in a tiny circle of history. The 1959 with D Washington quarter stands as proof that Even something as small as a quarter can hold the weight of destiny, carrying both emotional and financial power. For those who own it, it is a blessing. For those who seek it, it is a dream worth chasing. And here on Hidden U.S. Coins, I promise to bring you these truths faithfully, because every day I uncover treasures that can change the way you see the coins in your pocket forever. Next coin, number 2. The year 1964 marked a turning point in the history of American coinage, a year that would forever change how quarters were made, how collectors viewed them, and how future generations would remember them. This wasn't just another year of minting, it was the end of an era. Why? Because 1964 was the very last year the United States struck quarters in 90% silver. After this year, silver was stripped from everyday circulation coins, replaced with base metals like copper and nickel, and the true beauty and richness of silver coinage became nothing more than a memory. This is what makes the 1964 Washington quarter without a mint mark such a powerful piece of history. Minted in Philadelphia, this coin carries no mint mark, which in itself makes it an iconic identifier of its origin. To the untrained eye, it may look like just another old coin, but seasoned collectors know this is the last breath of silver coinage before America turned the page. And when you add the layer of rarity, a circulated coin with a mysterious black shade that tells a story of time and survival, you no longer have just a coin. You have a treasure that represents both an ending and a beginning. Let's dive into its composition. Struck with 90% silver and 10% copper, this quarter carries within it not only its face value but also the undeniable wealth of silver itself. Even as it circulated through hands, pockets, and lives in America, its silver composition gave it a weight of value far beyond its denomination. Unlike modern clad quarters, which are destined to wear and fade into obscurity, silver coins like the 1964 Washington quarter only grow more precious with age. Now, let's talk about the unique black shade on this particular coin. Time has painted it with a dark, rich toning, something that cannot be artificially replicated with authenticity. This black shade is a natural sign of oxidation, an imprint of history, and collectors around the world look at such coins as having true character. They tell stories. Every shade, every mark, every whisper of toning is proof that the coin has lived, that it has passed through generations, that it has witnessed decades of American life. And yet, here it is, surviving with dignity in very good condition, holding its features, details, and strength. The rarity here is not just in the year because yes, millions of 1964 quarters were struck, but in the survival of coins with unique toning, circulation wear that still maintains clarity, and the absence of damage. Think about it. Out of all the 1964 quarters that were minted, how many still exist today in collectible condition, carrying both historical weight and aesthetic intrigue? The number shrinks dramatically. And this is why collectors chase them, bid for them, and drive their values higher every single year. Now comes the truth that will leave you stunned. This specific 1964 Washington quarter, without a mint mark, with its black shade, circulated but preserved in very good condition, is valued today in the auction market at an extraordinary $147,000. Yes, $147,000. Let that sink in for a moment. This is not fiction, not exaggeration. This is the current reality of the numismatic world. A quarter, once used for everyday purchases, now standing as a treasure worth more than many could imagine. And this price is not stagnant. It is a fire that continues to grow. Each year, the value climbs higher, and those who hold this coin are literally holding a fortune that multiplies with time. Owning such a coin is like holding history's crown jewel in the palm of your hand. You don't just own silver, you own legacy. You don't just own a coin, you own a treasure that can never be recreated, never be replicated, never be replaced. This is the magic of numismatics, and this is why collectors fight with passion to claim such rare finds. Now, for those of you watching who dream of finding or owning one, here are some tips. Always look closely at your quarters. Check the year. If it's 1964, look deeper. Examine the toning, the shade, the details of circulation. Coins with unique toning like this black shade stand out in the market because they cannot be faked. Trust your instincts but also educate your eye. Build relationships with reputable dealers. Attend coin shows and never underestimate the coins in your own collection. You never know when you may already be sitting on a treasure chest disguised as pocket change. And here's the conclusion. The 1964 Washington quarter without a mint mark is not just another silver quarter. It's the very symbol of transition, the final silver soldier before America changed forever. It is a coin that whispers stories of the past, carries the weight of silver, and dazzles collectors with rarity. In today's market, its value proves that treasures still exist, and they can be found in the most unexpected of places. Remember, here at Hidden U.S. Coins, I bring you these treasures faithfully, with truth and passion, because every day I uncover hidden gems that most people overlook. Stay tuned, because the next coin we are about to uncover is even more shocking, even more powerful, and even more valuable than what you have just seen. Next coin 3. If you thought the last coin was remarkable, prepare yourself, because what we are about to reveal is something even more mesmerizing. A coin that glows like a hidden jewel in the world of rare numismatics. We are stepping into the story of the 1964 Washington quarter with the D mint mark. A coin that does not just represent history, but radiates a beauty so rare and so breathtaking, collectors are willing to go to extraordinary lengths to call it their own. 1964, as we know, was a monumental year in American coinage. The last year of 90% silver in quarters, the last breath before base metals replaced the brilliance of silver forever. But while the Philadelphia Mint struck its no-mint mark quarters, the Denver Mint also contributed to that historic production, stamping its powerful D mint mark into the history of coin collecting. And from that moment, a rare treasure was born. This 1964 with D Washington quarter stands apart not just because of its silver composition, but because of the astonishing gray and golden shades that now grace its surface. Imagine holding a coin that reflects the passage of time in colors, the gray tones whispering of its journey through decades, and the golden highlights sparkling as if sunlight itself has been trapped within the silver. This is what makes this coin more than just currency. It is a piece of art sculpted by history and preserved by time. Now, let's talk about its composition. Like its sibling from Philadelphia, this Denver-struck quarter carries 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it both monetary value in silver content and emotional weight as a relic of America's silver era. Every ounce of silver in this coin is precious, but it's not the silver alone that collectors crave. It's the story. It's the rarity. It's the unique look. It's the soul of the coin, and the 1964 with D with its golden gray shade has a soul unlike any other. But why is it so rare? Millions were minted in Denver in 1964, that's true. But coins like this, in fine condition, with toning that makes them stand out as unique treasures, are vanishingly scarce. Most 1964 with D quarters were spent, worn down, melted, or damaged beyond recognition when silver prices spiked. The survival of one like this, a coin with both beauty and condition preserved, is a miracle of chance. And in the world of collectors, miracles are worth fortunes. And here comes the suspenseful truth you've been waiting for. This 1964 with D Washington quarter, in fine condition, blessed with its gray and golden shades, stands today in the market with a jaw-dropping value of $152,000. Yes, $152,000. That is the reality in today's auction market. This is not a number pulled from thin air. This is the living, breathing truth of numismatics right now. And let me assure you, this value is not fixed. It is climbing higher as collectors battle for ownership of coins like this. Each passing year, each successful auction, adds fire to the demand, and the price moves upward like a rocket. Owning this coin is nothing less than holding a treasure chest in your hand, a fortune sealed in silver and shade. Think about what that means. The 1964 with D quarter isn't just a coin, it's a turning point, a golden gray beacon that says, "I survived when others disappeared. I carry value that time only increases." And as you watch this, understand, treasures like this exist, and they are being discovered, sold, and treasured at this very moment. For collectors watching, let me share an important truth. When hunting for rare quarters, always check the mint mark. That tiny D stamped on the reverse is your sign that you're holding a Denver Mint treasure. Look for originality, look for luster, look for colors like gray, golden, or rainbow tones. These shades are not damaged, they are signs of authenticity, signs of nature's touch on silver, and collectors prize them dearly. A coin like this is not simply a piece of metal. It is an artifact of America. And if you find one in fine or uncirculated condition, you guard it as though it were gold. Because in truth, it is worth as much, if not more. And now the conclusion. The 1964 with D Washington quarter is a story of survival, beauty, and value. It is silver that has turned into a fortune, a coin that has crossed decades to stand before us today as a living treasure. Its market price of $152,000 is proof that the world of rare coins is not just a hobby, it is a treasure hunt, a search for riches hidden in plain sight. And when you find a coin like this, you don't just find money, you find history, art, and destiny in one small circle of silver. Here at Hidden US Coins, I reveal these truths with faith and with passion. Because treasures like this deserve to be known and collectors like you deserve to discover them. And believe me when I tell you the coins we still have to reveal in this video will shock you even more. Stay with me because what is coming next is even bigger. Next coin. 4. By the mid-1980s, America was changing, technology was booming, culture was shifting, and yet, through all of this, the humble Washington quarter remained a part of everyday American life. To many, it was just pocket change. But in 1986, something remarkable happened at the Denver Mint. A coin slipped into the stream of history. A Washington quarter that would one day leave collectors stunned with its rarity, its beauty, and its value. The 1986 with D Washington quarter, shining with silver-like brilliance, preserved in extra fine condition, and now standing as a hidden treasure worth far more than anyone of that time could have ever imagined. At first glance, you might think, wait, 1986? That's not an old coin? But here is where the magic of numismatics reveals itself. Rarity is not always about age alone. It is about condition, survival, minting anomalies, and the uniqueness that separates a treasure from ordinary currency. And the 1986 D quarter, in extra fine condition, carrying its silver shine, is an extraordinary example of how even modern-era coins can rise to legendary heights. Let's talk about its origins. By 1986, quarters were no longer made of silver. Instead, they were struck in clad composition, a copper core sandwiched between layers of nickel. But here's the truth: when you see a coin with the shine, the luster, the brilliance that mimics silver, collectors take notice. The 1986 D is a standout because its strike quality, preservation, and natural brilliance give it a look that defies expectations. It gleams as though silver itself has been trapped within it. That is why collectors prize this particular piece. Now, why is it rare? Millions of 1986 quarters were minted, yes, but how many survived in extra fine condition, untouched by circulation damage, carrying a natural shine that makes it glow even decades later? The number is shockingly small. Think of all the quarters tossed into vending machines, dropped in driveways, scraped against concrete, or worn smooth in pockets. To find one preserved in this condition, with its full brilliance still intact, is like finding a hidden diamond among stones. That is why it is not just another quarter, it is a treasure. And here's the suspenseful truth. The 1986 with D Washington quarter in extra fine condition, with its silver-like shine, carries a current market value that will absolutely leave you speechless. Today, in the auctions market, this coin has been valued at a staggering $144,000. Yes, $144,000 for a quarter that was once spent in everyday America. And this is not a myth, not a fairy tale. This is the real, verified truth of the numismatic world today. And remember, this is not a value that stands still. It is rising. Collectors know how rare these coins are, and with each passing year, competition drives the price higher. To own one is to hold a fortune in your palm, a treasure that grows with time. Think about what that means. Imagine a coin minted just a few decades ago, a coin that most people would never look twice at, now transformed into a symbol of wealth, rarity, and destiny. This is what makes numismatics so thrilling. It is not just about old coins. It is about hidden treasures that can appear in the most unexpected years. And the 1986 with D proves that even a coin from the late 20th century can shock the world with its value. For collectors, here is my advice. When searching for modern-era quarters, never assume they are worthless. Always check the mint mark. Always examine condition. Look for coins with brilliance, coins with luster, coins that stand out. Many dismiss quarters from the 1980s as too modern to be valuable, But those who know, those who study, those who search, they discover fortunes while others overlook them. The lesson is simple. Never underestimate the coin in your hand. And now the conclusion. The 1986 with D. Washington quarter is proof that rarity is not bound by age. It is proof that treasure can be found in places most people ignore. With its silver-like shine, its extra-fine preservation, and its Denver mint mark, this coin has risen from pocket change to priceless artifact. Valued today at $144,000 and rising higher with each auction, it stands as a modern legend in the world of rare coins. Here at Hidden U.S. Coins, I share these treasures faithfully, with trust and with passion. Because this is not just a hobby, it is a treasure hunt, and every coin we uncover brings us closer to history, closer to fortune, and closer to the truth. And let me assure you, the next coin we are about to reveal in this video will shock you even more than this one. Stay with me, the final treasure is about to be unveiled, and it may just be the greatest of them all. Next coin 5. And now, we arrive at the grand finale of this journey. A coin that not only represents America's rich numismatic past, but also stands as a breathtaking symbol of rarity and hidden wealth. I'm talking about the 1951 Washington quarter with no mint mark, a coin that has stunned the collector world with its mysterious beauty, its history, and its extraordinary value. Let's step back in time to 1951. America was in the post-war era, building, expanding, and thriving. Coins weren't just tools of commerce, they were symbols of national pride. The Washington quarter, introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, had already become a familiar face in circulation. By 1951, the Philadelphia Mint, striking coins without a mint mark, continued this proud tradition. And among those quarters, one has risen above all others, the very coin we are discussing today. Struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, the 1951 quarter carries with it the timeless wealth of silver coinage. This was real money heavy with precious metal, glowing with dignity, and built to last for generations. Unlike the base metal quarters of today, every 1951 quarter holds an intrinsic value, but only a tiny fraction carry the extra rarity, beauty, and survival story that makes them legendary. Now, let's focus on what makes this particular coin so remarkable. It carries a black shade toning, a mysterious natural patina that can only form over decades of time. This black shade is not a flaw, it is a crown. It is history etched into silver, giving the coin an almost haunting elegance. Collectors seek these coins precisely because each one is unique. The shade, the patterns, the way the toning interacts with the details of Washington's portrait, no two are alike. It is nature's artwork, and it transforms an already rare coin into an unmistakable masterpiece. And consider its condition: circulated, yet very fine. That means it has lived a life. It has served its purpose in the hands of countless Americans, and yet it has survived with clarity, with dignity, and with features strong enough to demand respect. Coins in this condition are incredibly scarce because most 1951 quarters have either worn down to nothing, been melted for silver, or lost to time. To find one in very fine condition, with black shade toning, without a mint mark, that is a miracle, and miracles in numismatics always translate to treasures. Now, here's the part that will leave you absolutely stunned. This coin, the 1951 Washington quarter with no mint mark, in circulated but very fine condition, wrapped in its black shade of history, holds a current market value of $165,000. Yes, $165,000. That is the price this coin commands in today's auction market. And I want to stress this. This value is not standing still. It is climbing. Every year, demand grows stronger, supply becomes tighter, and prices soar higher. Owning this coin is like holding a vault of wealth, a fortune sealed in a piece of silver smaller than your palm. It is a treasure chest in disguise. Think of what that means. A coin struck in 1951 passed through generations, carrying its black shade as proof of its journey, now transformed into a treasure worth over $160,000. This is not a dream, not a fairy tale, not an exaggeration. This is the truth of the numismatic market today. And those who own such coins are not just owners, they are guardians of history and fortune. For collectors, here is the lesson. Never ignore coins from the 1950s. Always check for mint marks, and when you see none, know you are looking at a Philadelphia mint piece. Study the toning, respect the shade, and evaluate condition carefully. A coin like this doesn't come around often. When it does, it becomes the centerpiece of a collection, the coin everyone talks about, the treasure that defines a collector's legacy. And in conclusion, the 1951 Washington quarter with no mint mark is more than just a coin. It is a symbol of endurance, beauty, and wealth. It is proof that treasures lie hidden in the most unexpected places. Its value of $165,000 today is not the end. It is the beginning of a rise that will only continue. This coin is not just money, not just silver. It is history, it is treasure, it is destiny in the palm of your hand. Here at Hidden U.S. Coins, I reveal these truths faithfully, with trust, passion, and excitement, because I want you to see that the world of coins is not just collecting, it is treasure hunting. And this top 5 list has proven that hidden riches still exist, waiting to be discovered. So if you're watching this right now, ask yourself, could there be a hidden treasure in your pocket, in your jar of coins, in your family's collection? Stay with me because every day on this channel, I uncover more. And the truth is, the next treasure might just be yours. Here on Hidden U.S. Coins, I promise you faithful, trustful, daily updates that uncover the secrets of America's greatest treasures. So make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and stay tuned because tomorrow, we will be uncovering even more shocking discoveries from the world of rare U.S. coins.